Man, coming into game number 2 right away. LGD with a 1-0 lead. And, well,
this game's going to be tough.
A win here for LGD, it gives them a 4-3 record and a chance to
A
beat
guaranteed
the
tiebreaker.
Yeah, at least the tiebreaker.
Yeah, a guaranteed. And if Elephant then lose their game, then they're at the major.
Yeah.
Which
would cause tiebreakers on the other end. Magma would be tied 2-5 with eHome.
Exactly.
So things get interesting. That too, you know, with Vici, as
it's going to be tough.
A win here would put them at 6-1, and they could have potential tie-breaking opportunities. But you know, everything's all in the air. We'll see what ends up happening as LGD. I mean, both these teams went back and forth. There was no like clear one-sided victor. Obviously, LGD win the game, but it was back and forth the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I went VG this game, I told you before, the Storm, don't have much lockdown for him. Same with the Pangolier. Same with the Morphling, really. And why I say this anti-mage can be the guy that can carry them is simply because he counters Morphling, he counters Storm, he counters Pangolier. He's really good against everyone here. It just he really needs to pop off, you know. Like from beginning to end, he needs to have a free game. He needs to get his items up quick, and then he can win his game quite easily. Quite easily.
Now, I'm waiting to see if Ame can put it together. You know, it's a little tough for him at times to feel maybe as confident. Maybe from last game, his confidence might have been dwindled a little bit because it felt like he was going in BKB battle trance and just
many times, yeah. It was rough.
Yeah, a little too quick. I don't know if he gets away with that on anti-mage if he were to do that again. Obviously, he doesn't have the battle trance, but if he's to use everything at his disposal and then be very kiteable after.
They actually choose to lane AM against Morphling. That is very curious. Morphling is one of the better heroes against AM because you don't really need mana to operate in the laning phase. And you have a lot of damage advantage over the AM. So we'll see if that backfires or not. I thought this Pangolier Rubik is actually a pretty free lane for an AM.
Radiant's courier has been
Beyond's
killed.
courier getting taken out. He's on that off-lane Weaver. Could see Ags come out from the off-lane Weaver at some point. This isn't really your traditional Faith Beyond hero.
It is not.
But Faith Beyond has played a lot of different heroes.
Yeah, he is very versatile.
Yeah.
Ever since his Wings days already.
Do you need him to be sacrificial? He could do that. Do you need him to stabilize in his lane by himself and tri-lane in the other lane? Yeah, he could do that. He could do everything.
Unfortunately, Weaver's not a hero that can be sacrificed. It's not a comeback hero. He doesn't offer any stuns. All he does is offer damage. Ori has not yet missed the last hit, but we're sitting at 12.
This is one of those signature heroes. Ori, when I think about him, it's TA Storm are definitely up there. Nothing to say. You know, it's his too. When I think nothing to say, I think Ember. So we talked about mid matchups, and now you've got two players on one of their best heroes. It should be a fun one to watch over mid.
Sure. It's a little bit of an unfair matchup because Storm does have the advantage. I would probably say it's like a 6-4. But at least, you know, nothing to say. Doesn't have like an auto-lose matchup or anything like that. So he can still outplay, get out of his lane okay. And he's doing okay for himself already. So no worries there. But Ori is just a god. He only missed one last hit so far out of 5 waves.
Just making himself a bigger target for the anti-mage.
Yeah, that's how it can go sometimes. You jump the AM, you barely don't kill him.
You just get
Triple
blown up
kill.
yourself.
Yep.
Innocent's getting low. Swashbuckling old 11 with first blood.
It is a very strong duel in here. This is Rubik, Pangolier. If you get disarmed at all, you are just gonna get hit a lot. Rubik hurts quite a bit early levels. And yeah.
Faith Beyond going down too.
Yeah, he just suicided to the tower to make sure that he comes back with full resources. A very common play. Gyrocopter not being top.
Little vortex there.
Oh, bottle refill for Ori. If this Storm gets
low,
a good
he
game.
might God. That was so close.
Ah, he knew, he knew.
The other two spirits just missed him.
He knew. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Fair enough. Works for me.
Yeah.
I won't question it.
Good.
Man, Old 11 and Ori are
region rule.
CSing so well.
Yeah. This Pangolier is actually same CS as the Storm, who has not missed the creep yet, pretty much. He also got first put on the Pangolier. Like, Pangolier this game is going to be such a big problem. And Storm Spirit is going to be such a big problem. They have way too many big problems. Like, even this Morphing is going to become a big problem at some point. Maybe Arrow top? Nope, didn't try to. Now they're just trying top and leaving the Weaver bottom.
Which you said is not really where you want to have the Weaver playing sacrificial. But if Faith Beyond can still get something out of this by himself, is it as bad as maybe we think?
I gotta be completely honest. I hate Weaver off lane. Like, the hero just has no... You just can't play him in any sort of utility way. Now they have AM as well as Weaver. It's just gonna be a struggle in the mid game to fight. Like, I don't like lineups where you can't fight. This Pangolier is gonna do so much more than the Weaver. Just by hero design.
Old 11 gets to stay in his lane while PYW refills his bottle. Lacoste called me out and said I say it all the time. I'm going to say it again here. He was right.
Are you even trying?
I love off-lane bottle.
Off-lane bottle is good. I love it too.
But I do like getting called out.
Oh, you do? Because
do,
I'm holding myself back here.
No,
Like,
because I repeat myself. I like when people tell me I'm repeating myself.
everybody repeats themselves though. Like, everybody has like their own little thing they always say. Like, for the Costas, he always says Like, they have a vision. They have
But I like saying it every game. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I like bottom. I don't know. I had a big laugh about it.
You do you, man. That's all I can tell you. As long as you have fun. Arrow on the Morphling.
Yeah, that's going to land. That's going to be a kill on Boyoyo.
That was right down his spine, I believe. If Morphling has a spine, I'm not sure.
It's made of water.
It's a water spine.
Yeah. Morphling reminds me of that boss in the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's a great boss. Morpho, or whatever his name is, Morpho.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Another arrow? Not today, sir.
Yeah, but, fainting that Rolling Thunder again. Holding
Starfall
it
level 2. Oh, 2 more auto attacks and he's dead. This Weaver could potentially just clip him.
Oh, God. Or die and then get traded.
Now this Mirana's really happy. Suddenly level 5.
Ooh. Waypoint forward.
Dodge the rocket on more. Yeah.
Getting hit with that adaptive strike. I've been saying, ooh, I'm fake hyping over here.
You're a fake hyper, it's fine. That's what you need. Sometimes you just need the fake hype to get your co-caster up to speed as well, you know? Make sure that I don't fall asleep. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, I'll keep you up. I got you.
Thank you.
7 minutes in, though. Top of the net worth are both the Storm as well as the Pangolier.
Yeah. But the Radiant supports are doing a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix has 900 net worth. And except for the Ring of Regen, everything's consumable. Not a really...
And they do have quite a lot of egg killers. Mirana can kill egg, Gyrocopter can kill egg, Weaver can kill egg, Anti-Mage can jump on top of the egg. And now they lane swap. I don't want to beat this AM. Level 5 AM against level 7 Pangol, that seems rough. Mirana's level 6 already. There might be a very early and surprising Moonlight Shadow that they can use to their advantage here.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising.
Bot lane, nothing to say TPing. With
do have
smoke
Warrior.
and Arcane Rune.
UI.
He used his Q. Now is the time to go in.
They're going to move over. They're going to try and make something happen, but Ori
Storm is here too.
He's got the Vortex and the Icarus side. They get the Konami. They look over to Old 11. They might be able to get a trip with the Moonlight Shadow being used. Nothing to say, though. Oh, he's invis and trying to make something happen with an Arcane Rune and maybe gets Old 11, but he's got some distance.
Wow, they thought they were next level with that rotation, but Ori was already prepared. He was like, I got you guys. Now AM died once more.
Searing Chain. Arrow misses. I know they've got the disarm. DY still going to fall, though, to the Starstorm.
Yeah, Phoenix is definitely having a rough game, but his AM is also not happy. He isn't even the lowest net worth of the cores though. Weaver sitting even below him. Gonna be rough. As I said, Weaver's not a hero that really recovers in a game, you know? You win your lane, then you snowball. That's the point of a Weaver. If you lose your lane as Weaver, you're gonna be struggling to find an impact. Ult 11 here, just dead.
Trying to TP. Oh, just enough
That
damage.
was close, yeah.
Nothing to say getting the kill. I will say, Faith Beyond is ahead of Poyoyo. So, like, the offlaners are doing better than the carries in the moment.
No, he's 400 behind. In terms of net worth.
And, yeah, net worth, the levels are there, though.
I mean levels, yeah. It's just the problem with Weaver is that, like, you have this one build that's really good, which everybody goes for, which is Falcon Blade into Maelstrom, but it doesn't give you any utility. That's the problem. Like, Pangolier has disarm, has stuns, has slows, you know. Weaver has none of that. He's just a damage monster, basically. So they will have to make very good use of the steering chains plus arrow combination to lock people down. That's really the main way they have. Storm found a region rune. Perfect for him, of course. I mean, Ori is just having a super good game. Like, sitting on top of the net worth, untouched pretty much the entire game. Going threats into Orchid. At this rate, he'll have it at like minute 13, minute 14. This region rune is really gonna make him farm so much faster.
Yeah, the Orchid has been a timing that we've seen in a lot of games that needs to be there pretty quickly.
Yeah, and also AM went for threats before Battle Fury, so his Battle Fury is going to be quite late. Probably minute 15, minute 16. That means there is a long timing window where the Storm can just, you know, pick him off with that Orchid.
So Ame might have to play extra safe if he can't farm this Battle Fury quickly enough.
Definitely. We'll have to see. If Ahmed dies once or twice more, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Weaver actually TP'd bottom for nothing.
Yeah, now nobody's in that top lane getting anything.
Yeah, I guess they just kind of want to protect the anti-mage here, but they're giving up a lot. Gyrocopter, now level 6, 2 fluffy heads. Has kind of become like a support staple at this point. Building fluffy heads.
Is under attack.
He's got to stay warm with the fluffy hats, but it does give him an extra 250 health, which could be a difference maker in some of these fights early on.
Yeah, certainly. Ember Spirit TP top, but of course there's a Remnant bottom in case there's going to be a fight breaking out there.
Yeah, he's trying to get a Maelstrom. PYW now level 6. He will immediately steal Flame Guard at level 4. It's a nice feeling. And the Moonlight Shadows, they start to rotate towards bottom. They caught vision on that. They want a Remnant to come over. Nothing to say comes from top to bottom. They've got the Searing Chains as well as the arrow, but Old 11, he will survive. Telekinesis Supernova. One more shot. Can they kill it? Yes, they finally can. Time-lapse used by Faith Beyond. He's looking in deep. Maybe finding a kill on a PYW. They will dust up Faith Beyond. It's a 2-for-1 so far, looking like it might be a trade, and it will be. AM goes in and gets Old 11. Can he survive? Just points away. Innocence goes forward and throws out a rocket barrage.
Not a terrible fight here for Radiant. AM lived, got a kill as well. But just overall, because they have been less efficient on the map, the 3 cores are really quite far behind. Ember is 2k behind. Morphling AM are somewhat similar. And Pangolier is also having a very nice game for himself.
Yeah, which we saw in the last game too. How important Old 11 was on that Pangolier.
So Weaver is actually going into an Orchid. Trying to kind of force that mobility, utility route rather, against the Storm Spirit. But it's not going to come very quickly at all on this Weaver. Probably around 5 more minutes or so to go.
Anti-Mage almost has the battlefield.
Yeah, Storm now picked up his Orchid. Like, if he can find his AM like once or twice, he's really going to delay his game. Storm is now TPing top.
Yeah, he needs to leave already.
Oh, they glyphed the creep. Which then, of course, AM is like, why the hell did you guys do that? I'm out of here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He has no ward there, so he can't really see the anti-mage.
Refills the bottle with the bounty rune that he dug up with the trusty shovel. He's still sitting here top.
Yeah, losing a lot of farm himself there. But AM is... Okay, no, he's not coming. There's no way Ame is going to come there. So
Radiant structures
He
are
senses the
fortified.
trap being laid out for him.
Yeah, I mean, after you cliff a creep like that, it's just no way. Like,
Radiant's bottom tower
he's
is under
not
attack.
some kind of pop player.
Dire are scanning.
Gyrocopter though, he's walking into Remnant Vision. He just barely didn't walk into it. And Ori has been waiting here for a good minute already. And now AIM is coming back though. He just blinked in.
He just blinked in. That might just mean he's dead.
He's
Orchid used Vortex there. The damage is enough.
He was so patient, and it finally got rewarded. Wow. He
didn't
waited there
think
for
he
a
was gonna
good
come.
minute. I didn't think he would kill him there either. Mid lane, Jekyll, arrow.
That does land on Old Lemon, but they don't want to dive in.
Yeah, no follow-up damage. Phoenix has Supernova. Rubik has Lift as well. And as I said, there was pre-Battle Fury still. It sets him back even further. Now he still needs 700 gold to finish that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to need a lot of time here.
Yeah, he will.
We're not even talking about Poyoyo, who's just farming up while the rest of the team is on the map.
I was a little confused with the laning decision they made, because I feel like AM is one of the best heroes against Pangolin lane.
Is under attack.
So I thought they would just take that matchup, but now it's really hurting him. Minute 15, still no Battle Fury. Coming very slowly. I'm also afraid that by the time the Orchid comes out, Storm is going to be very close to his
Dire's
BKB
top
already.
tower is under attack.
He's already one component in. They've got a Maelstrom picked up by Old 11. They're going to smoke if they can find this anti-mage
Smoke
again.
flash here.
Oh boy. This one's close. Icarus dive in. DY, they look over. They've got themselves the Supernova used. A quick kill on Innocence. LGD can only just disengage. This is while Anti-Mage is still trying to get the Battle Fury.
They're going to lose their mid tower for this, possibly.
Similar to how the PL couldn't really fight for a long time either.
Yeah. Caught the Ember Spirit. Here's
they've got
Illuminate.
nothing to
Oh,
say. Rolling Thunder, Vortex in, nothing to say, nothing he can do.
He thought he was safe because he had the Illu Rune to dispel the silence, but he just got chain stunned. Good Pangolier roll through. Yeah, but if he gets that dispel off right away, he's probably gonna live, but yeah, he was just too fast on the Storm.
This is all looking good for Vici. Much better than game one in the early game, because we were talking about it in between games, how we were surprised how well LGD played above Vici in the early game of the first one.
Yeah, it was really draft related. At least in this game, it's really draft related. Like, LGD's draft is very, very defensive,
Right.
and they don't really have many ways to set up. As I said, their main setup is a steering chains for an arrow, which is not hard to execute. It is just not very reliable.
A golden thread.
I mean, we've seen him miss the combo already a few times. Almost the Orchid, though, on Weaver. Maybe that helps them a little bit.
Stealing
like
Tsukushi
that,
here. Yep, one of the best Rubik spells in the game, of course.
And he's going to move forward, too, with it.
He will have, as you said, his Orchid soon. Very good. However, Morphling already has Manta Style. Storm, only one component away from BKB. So this Orchid has a little bit of a strong timing, but not too much. And also at the same time, he is just a Weaver sitting at 1300 health.
He could get
Because he
killed so
itemized this
quickly.
way. Yeah. Like Storm can turn this around very easily. If you jump on him first, Weaver's gonna die. Rubik is already setting up top. They will need to put a sentry down to catch this Rubik, because he's just killing every wave here.
One Chikuchi with the Fade Bolt. It's killed wave. Yeah, easy.
Morphling still farming away. AM finally picked up his Battle Fury.
Trying to get into that Manta as quickly as he can. Some wards down for LGD.
This
They are
one top.
behind them, but there was a smoke used by Vici. They've got themselves the Orchid. Sunray on top. Ember trying to survive, but he's dead once again. Nothing to say, nothing to do, nothing to damage, and he
Time
just
has been
dies so
used.
fast. Faithion getting chased, and they've got Chikuchi with him. They can keep up with Faithion. He'll try to get away, but there's no way out. And this is another one for Vici that just looks so easy.
Yeah, that was the Orchid reveal. Storm had a haste rune, just ran away. That's how easy it is sometimes. And of course, Ember does not have a defensive tool yet. So he just dies to that silence in the end. Up lane again. Gyrocopter.
Is under attack.
And he should just be dead.
Ooh.
Wow, 5 health. But Rubik on his tail.
And there's the Fate Bolt.
You're wasting.
Yeah, you need to get Shukuchi out of PYW's hands because it is quite deadly. And they're
Yeah.
falling behind very fast. This was 1K, it was close, and now all of a sudden, 5K,
Item
things
builds.
really getting out of control here.
Yeah, they went for the greedier routes. Ember went for the Maelstrom first. Then Weaver went for Orchid. Both of these items haven't paid off at all yet. I think Ember died twice since he picked up the Maelstrom. Weaver couldn't get any kills with the Orchid timing. So it just all adds up, you know, and now they're almost 6K gold behind.
They want a BKB on Faith Beyond.
Storm already finishes BKB now, so that Orchid timing is gone as well.
Come over, DY hit with the Orchid. They won't land the arrow. Starstorm comes in, and they do find at least one, and that's where the power lies when you can find a support by themselves, but the cores, it's not going to look as easy.
If you can find the Rubik, you can kill him. Phoenix, same thing. Possibly even the Pangolier.
Oh, they go through on it up in the save. Look at this.
Dead
He's
again.
just dead so fast.
Too much damage. It's just too much damage coming out. All they wanted was a little bounty rune.
Radiant's top
Can't even
tower
get
is
that.
under attack.
They have a sentry up there. But not pursuing.
Ag's next for the Storm, by the way.
Straight away, huh? Interesting.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. It's one of the strongest Ags in the game. And it's mostly to protect the egg. Because they will have to
Yeah.
surround the egg and hit it.
And if you could just Vortex right in the egg.
That's
Then
a 3 or
everybody gets
4 man
pulled in.
vortex right there.
Yeah.
And it can literally just win you the game by itself.
Is under attack.
AM though, Yasha picked up already.
Orchid again, they look over, find Jin Q, and we talked about the Orchid timing being so good for this Storm.
It's just easy for him. It's just too easy for him.
Yeah.
8, 0,
Radiant
3.
structures are fortified. Radiant's
BKB
bottom
already
tower
picked
is
up.
under attack.
Crazy. Crazy Storm performance here.
Pretty flawless so far. No, look at the anti-mage. They've got the silence, Vortex, Rolling Thunder, no way to blink out. Ahmed gone again. Rolling Thunder
Ori!
comes out of the high ground, and whoa.
He had
Faith Beyond
20
isn't
health.
caught. Not killed just yet. Instead, they'll turn this around and go for the Pangolier. Will shield crash and try to survive. These hackers
very
surviving.
tanky.
Supernova's used. They've got a telekinesis on a Faith Beyond. They'll steal Shukuchi again. He'll move forward looking for this Weaver. And the damage they're doing is pretty nuts. And
Morphin
there's
coming
no
from behind.
answer for LGD. They're going to continue to move in. Couple of leaps. Starstorm as well as an arrow from the Morphling onto the Mirana. So Poyoyo kills Jinkyu. They look over, nothing to say. I honestly don't
was a
see
level-
much for LGD here.
It was a level 4 shield crash on 4 heroes, 72% damage reduction. They didn't damage him at all.
No.
They used like a rocket barrage and dealt like 1
Radiant's
damage per
middle
rocket.
tower is under attack.
Ridiculous. I thought he was dead there for sure. Like he set himself up for an arrow with his Yules on himself, but he gets the shield crash out on 4. Suddenly, apparently invulnerable.
Yeah. 72% equals invulnerable, and I mean that is just
10k behind now. It's just, as you said, they're falling behind very quickly.
And they're not showing anything that makes me think that they're gonna dig their way out.
Well, it's tough. AM still has to farm. Ember at this point still has to farm. He needs that BKB. Weaver, same thing, has to farm for that BKB. They just have no fighting power, which is why I favor the VG draft so much.
I should have gone with my heart.
Well, that only works if you have a heart.
Jeez.
Don't worry. Heartless people are cool. I'm one of them.
Radiant's top
Now
tower is
AM.
under attack.
The top.
Dire's
Still needs 6
bottom
times to
tower
finish his
is under
Manta.
attack.
I
Radiant's
did
top
say
tower
LGD
is
can
falling.
win if this AM gets a super good game. And he is having quite the opposite, unfortunately.
he hasn't found any space. He hasn't found anywhere where he can be involved. Maybe come in for a late pickoff or anything like that.
Yeah. The
Meanwhile,
problem is
you're going for Roach.
they have no space. Weaver needs space. Ember needs space. AM needs space. Where's all the farm gonna come from?
You can only create so much space
Yes.
Radiant are scared.
till, well, it all runs out.
Now Storm with an Aegis to ping straight into the action bottom, and
Nothing
he's just
to
dead on gyro.
Yeah.
Yeah, steal that
Such a quick
kill,
kill.
do it. Gotta make sure to keep Ori's ego in check.
Would that upset you if your teammate Morphling just comes in and takes the kill
No.
away from you?
No, it's
Rolling
good.
Thunder in, and now the
Opposite
move with
again.
Ball Lightning. You've
And the
got
regen rune.
just the Orchid and a regen rune, so he should be able to fight and clean up. Oh! Not enough damage. And Weaver's been caught. Supernova, like a good spot on the
just
high
egg
ground.
him.
Wow.
A little bit of an overkill.
A little bit, but man, you're playing Phoenix. You're happy with it. Got the kill on Faith Beyond. I think there's really nothing to really
Radiant's
quite
middle
fear
tower is under attack.
going in and using that egg.
Radiant's
Yeah, might as well use it.
are fortified.
Not like there's gonna be a
Dire's
team fight anytime
structures
soon.
are fortified.
Or one that you think you're going to lose
Radiant's
without it.
middle tower is under attack.
The problem is Radiant can only split push, but they have no split pushing
Radiant's
tools at
middle
all.
tower
No
has
BKBs. Weaver dies in one Orchid. So does Ember. Now, Anti-Mage at least has a tool to dispel the silence.
Radiant's top
He'll
tower
have to
is
do a
under
lot
attack.
of farming here. He needs like 3 more items at minimum.
Yep. Go after old 11. A lot of his mana taken out pretty quickly, but just not enough damage. Really nothing to follow this up. As they've got help from the rest of the team showing up very quick.
I like this early gem pickup here by VG. They're dominating the map, and the gem makes it so that they will continue to do so.
They'll keep the vision. They'll take out their opponents, squeeze the map even tighter.
They've had a long ward here though. In that high ground there.
The Orchid and the Vortex.
It's just too easy.
No way
Here's
to even
mana
get a
void.
time lapse off. Oh, okay. Takes out the Aegis, but here comes Poyoyo. They've
Arrow?
got the arrow timing, but no follow-up. Fake height. Sorry. I got so excited. The timing was perfect. I was like, ah, does he have it?
The arrow timing!
And then nothing happened. I was pretty pumped.
The arrow! Barely
All
missed.
right. Vortex, they're gonna lock down this anti-mage. They look to kill off Ame, but he's got the Manta. Use that counter spell and blink away.
Radiant's top
know something
tower
cool?
is under attack.
AM can't spell shield the Vortex anymore, because now it's an AoE around Storm.
Yoink.
Wow. Isn't that game winning?
For the storm.
It is, yeah. Dig up a bounty rune, say, hey Storm, you want this bounty rune? Storm says, hey, yeah, I do. And proceeds to pick it up.
Always nice.
Yeah. And now he gets a haste rune. Gaben's like, hey Storm, you want a haste rune? Hell yeah, I do.
Come by.
Alright, now Egg online again. I want to see the combo. Egg, everybody tries to kill the Egg, and then
Ball lightning all the way through, gets the Orchid out on Jin-Q. Sunray and the kill.
I can't believe these itemizations. Like, even the Mirana is going so greedy in a lineup like this already. No Yules to dispel the Orchid, also just dies. Alright, guys, let's see how greedy we can get.
He's going Falcon Blade Axe.
Yeah, can't be more greedy than that, that's for sure. Gyrocopter? At least he's not that greedy, I guess, but how can he be, though? He's just dying every time.
I think he's just a greedy pick in general.
What, Gyrocop there?
In the 5, yeah.
It is. It is. And then Mirana 4 is not much less greedy.
No.
Then Anti-Mage 1, Weaver 3, let's go. Storm is going for Lincolns. He does not want to be the suicide bomber. It can be really tough. Like sometimes as Storm, you know, if you just miscalculate a little bit and the aim lives, you can really
Dire's
just
top tower
be your
is
whole
under
team's
attack.
death. It's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, I almost am surprised he's going Lincolns just because I like see Ori in the first 28 minutes of this game being hyper aggressive and like no fear. Lincolns shows fear.
Yeah, he shows that he's immortal. Arrow? Nope. sudden haste activation. Mirana's godly calculations were thrown off.
Dust. Burn not enough to kill off DY. Faith Beyond needs to get out of dodge.
Double damage Storm now. He can solo kill pretty much anyone.
I want to say he's controlled the last 5 runes at least.
If not more, yeah. I didn't quite count.
Orchid,
No
they
BKB
will
yet.
find nothing to say. Arrow comes in. It does hit the Morphling. So
If
give him
that-
time to nothing to say to get out.
If that arrow didn't connect, he would have been dead. Also, he didn't pop the DD. I think he would have died with the DD as well. Maybe choosing to save it for a team fight instead.
Yeah, for sure. BKB, not too close for Anti-Mage, but he did get a basher.
Dire's bottom tower.
And like
is
you
under
said,
attack.
after the Battle Fury Manta, he was 3 items away. But does Basher count as a
BKB
full
Basher,
item
at least he
or a
can
half
kind of
item?
fight. But I still think you need probably one more damage item afterwards. Like, you kind of rely on being able to jump the Storm otherwise.
Yeah.
Arrow onto the Rubik.
All right, hits the Rubik, goes after PYW. Manta and the BKB as well as the Vortex coming through at Faith Beyond.
about
He's
that?
getting just burned out via the Sunray. Surprised he holds on to time lapse. There's Supernova, and they just want to run. Innocence is going to die.
Can't even run though.
Gyro can't. They've got the Blink with the Rolling Thunder right on top of nothing to say.
Vortex.
They're just putting it all together. Vortex in, nothing to say. He drops. That's all for a Rubik kill.
Yep, and Morphling is Morphling.
Radiant's
He
top
destroys
tower is
building
fallen.
incredibly fast, of course. They might even look to go high ground here. If they're really confident,
4v2.
maybe force a buyback.
Yeah.
But VG choosing to play it more safe. Storm no BKB, so yeah, they're gonna get 4 bounty
Radiant's
runes.
top tower is under
So do you want to hit or
attack.
not? Just keep running back and forth.
Radiant structures.
He's
I-
getting momentum for the waves. He's water. He's got to
There's no momentum there, I think.
hit the buildings.
Sorry. No momentum. Fake hype.
Doing
The arrow! Oh, I just hit an illusion. That was godly. I love that.
That's how I'll talk about every arrow from now on.
You should. Roshan
Radiant's
may
top
respawn
tower
in
is under
50.
attack.
Realistically, that means in 3 minutes, 50 seconds.
Just thinking about how I'm going to say the arrow.
Think about it, yeah. It's important. You gotta convey the message in a good, meaningful way.
So now they've got Axon Weaver. 20-second cooldown on the time lapse. Cast it on your allies.
What happens if you get Orchid though? Then you're dead.
Well, yeah. But
If you're not, then you can save someone.
if you're not and somebody else gets Orchided,
Then you can save.
could save that.
Amazing what you found.
It's definitely a good axe, one of the best axes in the game as
Radiant
well.
are scanning.
It's just, it doesn't add any stuns or damage. It's just a save, you know?
Right.
Like, you still won't be able to kill the Morphling because of it. Man, Poyoyo is playing with like 2.6k health. Very rare to ever see that on a Morphling. Usually they're at like 1500, 1400.
That's something you'll see like Fly do.
Yeah.
Be
and
really low on health. And
then
then
either he
stop.
kills a guy or he dies.
Well,
Or both.
that's usually how Dota works, right?
Yeah.
Either kill someone.
50-50.
Yeah. Every situation is 50-50,
Either you win or you die.
no matter what the chart says.
Radiant's
The
bottom
arrow?
tower is under attack.
Oh, it hits!
Hey, it hits!
Where's the follow-up? None. He's going for Lincolns as well on Pangolier. It's a kind of a preemptive Abyssal Blade counter as well, which you know will come out eventually.
BKB coming
Smoked
out.
up.
Ooh,
Pull.
didn't buy the BKB just yet. Now they're going to look to get him, but the time lapse is used onto the Anti-Mage. He's going to beat up to keep him alive. No, he's not. He's still just dead. Like,
And no buyback on him. He just bought his BKB.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower.
Double damage Morphling.
buys out on the BKB. Arrow comes in, rules up into the air. Waveform onto the back lines.
Hold on,
Two-shot
two.
Innocence. They've got the Vortex onto 2 heroes. And it is an ultra kill for Erica.
No one buyback.
No rampage.
This looks like
GG is called.
It
Wow.
is the GG. Indeedo. Well, unfortunately, the draft kind of.
Radiant's middle tower is
know.
under attack. VG Gaming. Victory.
What do you do?
Yeah.
You have so many passive heroes. You have no setup other than a cheering chains. Cheering chains.
Yeah.
Yes. English is hard sometimes. And it's just not enough against Morph, Storm, Pangle here. They played their lineup pretty flawlessly. They won all 3 lanes.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, pretty
Played
well.
Ultra greed on
Played.
LGD.
Super greed. Every position was almost the maximum greed. Like, other than Ember Spirit, they had max greed on every position.
Yeah, it
They
was
got punished for it.
really tough. And yeah, they did get punished for it. LGD, they dropped the second game. Those chances of making it to a potential tiebreaker slipping, but will they fall completely out of their hands? Just for the panel to break down. Back over to you guys.